Zombies can be destroyed. Serial killers, they can escape or meet their end. Even demons, they can be neutralized. But what about the unknown? What happens when the terror is something we can't understand, can't even begin to fight? How do you confront that?
Oh my God.
That's why Silent Hour is diving into cosmic horrors, where humans are powerless, weak, and forced to face the unimaginable. These movies don't just shake you, they make you question your place in the universe. The terror isn't just in the enemy, it's in how incomprehensible it is.
He's gonna fucking eat us!
Wanna find out? Then make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell, because this is where fear begins and never truly ends. Ever feel like you've woken up in a nightmare with no way out? That's what happens when you wake up on a spaceship, alone, with no memory of who you are, where you are, or why you're there.
Hello.
Pandorum is a ride that'll make you question what's real and what's not. If you can even trust your own mind.
How do you think you would react if you knew the truth?
All right, Let Silent Hour takes you on a journey through a film that's a total mind-bender. Pandorum isn't just a sci-fi movie. This is psychological horror, survival, and a twisted mystery wrapped up in one nightmarish package. We start with two astronauts, Bauer and Peyton, who wake up in the dark depths of space aboard the decaying spaceship Elysium.
Where are we?
Aboard the Elysium.
Elysium? Where are we?
I don't know.
They have no memories of their mission, no idea how they got there, or even who they are. The ship's eerie silence and broken-down corridors give off this suffocating feeling. Something's not right, and we feel it deep in our bones. As Bauer stumbles through the ship, desperate for answers, the tension cranks up. The Elysium is a ghost ship, abandoned and falling apart. The crew members are gone, vanished, and then the terrifying realization hits. They're not alone. Mutated, monstrous beings are lurking in the shadows. But as Bauer goes deeper into the ship, something much darker begins to unfold. Now things get seriously wild when they start to explore. What they discover isn't just some random alien threat. It's something way darker, something human. The monsters they encounter? Yeah, they're not what you expect. It's this crazy mix of psychological horror, survival, and deep, disturbing twists that'll make you question your own sanity. Every corner they turn, there's something lurking. And it's not just about surviving the ship. It's about surviving the dark truth that's hidden away inside their own minds. The real horror isn't just what's out there in the dark, though. It's what's happening in Bauer and Peyton's heads. With every passing moment, they lose grip on reality. Their memories are shattered, and as they uncover the horrors aboard the ship, it becomes unclear whether they're dealing with true monsters or the terrifying things their minds have twisted into existence.
He's gonna fucking eat us!
Pandorum blurs the line between what's real and what's just inside their shattered psyches. The movie builds such an intense atmosphere of claustrophobia. You feel the weight of the ship, the endless corridors, the flickering lights. There's this sense that the Elysium is alive, in a way, dark, ancient, and holding some horrifying secret. And the creatures? They're not your typical alien threat. They're human, twisted, and warped beyond recognition by something far more disturbing. And the ending? Well, it's not some neatly tied-up bow. It's a twist that will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew. Honestly, Pandorum is a must-watch for anyone who craves a blend of sci-fi, psychological horror, and survival tension. Trust us, once you dive into this, you won't forget it. Silent Hour stands by this one. It's a journey you'll want to take. And to everyone watching, we have a big favor to ask. Join us on Instagram. That's where we post exclusive trailers and sneak peeks before they hit YouTube. Your support there means the world to us, so please give us a follow. Now, have you ever thought about who the biggest enemy of humanity is on Earth? Not in space, I repeat. On Earth, something we have absolutely nothing against. Do you know what it is? If not, let's find out in Underwater 2020, where you're 7 miles beneath the ocean's surface, and the only hope is the ocean. But guess what? The only enemy is the ocean. Underwater kicks off with a nightmare that feels impossible. An earthquake hits an oil drilling rig deep in the Mariana Trench, 7 miles below the ocean's surface. In an instant, everything changes. The crew is thrust into pure chaos. The ocean, usually a vast and quiet force, turns against them, swallowing their safe world. The world they once knew is gone in seconds, replaced by an unforgiving, crushing pressure from all sides. At the heart of this terrifying scenario is Nora Price, played by Kristen Stewart. She's just another person trying to survive, a regular person thrown into a situation beyond her control. But as the disaster unfolds, Nora becomes something more. She's not trained for this kind of survival, yet she digs deep, fighting to keep herself and the others alive.
We go for the Roebuck.
The Roebuck?
It's a mile down and a mile that way. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
We walk.
We what?
The deep ocean is dark, cold, and isolating. Every move they make feels like a risk.
These are ripped too? Come on!
They're surrounded by silence, broken only by the sound of their own breathing. The weight of the water above them is unimaginable. 7 miles of it, pressing in with the force of an entire world. The longer they stay down there, the more it feels like the ocean is swallowing them whole. It's not just the physical pressure that breaks them down. It's the crushing, emotional weight. Each survivor has to confront their worst fear, not knowing if they'll even make it out alive.
Turn off the lights.
What's even more terrifying is that they realize the ocean is their enemy, but it's also their only hope. There's nowhere to go but deeper into the abyss. The only way out? Through the darkest, most dangerous parts of the ocean, a place where the unknown lurks in every corner. And just when they think they've reached safety, they find themselves confronted by something far worse than they could have imagined. An underwater world teeming with horrifying creatures, ready to do whatever it takes to make sure they don't survive. In the end, Underwater is a fight for survival against an unrelenting force, where nature itself becomes the greatest adversary.
And I go.
But when you face a relentless enemy with no way out, you either crumble or you face it head on. Which brings us to another legend of fear.
Michael Myers, the face of fear, the legend of Halloween. And Michael's promise? It's not just another flimsy hoodie that fades after a few washes. Every stitch is made to last, just like Michael's promise. The fear, the thrill, the legend. When you wear it, you're not just staying warm. You're carrying the legend. All in one, cozy, durable, eco-friendly. Today only, 10% off. Michael Myers' Promise is waiting for you. Link in description.
So, here we are, the final movie of this part. And it's The Void. Imagine being trapped in a hospital with horrors that don't just threaten your life. They twist your very understanding of reality. And the worst part? There's no way out. It all starts innocently enough. A cop named Daniel, played by Aaron Poole, finds a bloodied man in the woods and rushes him to the nearest hospital. But as soon as they arrive, it's clear that something's horribly wrong. The hospital is eerily empty, the lights flicker, and the air feels thick with something you can't quite put your finger on. Soon, things take a darker turn. People begin to mutate into grotesque, inhuman forms. Daniel and a small group of survivors are trapped inside, surrounded by these monstrous entities. But the real terror doesn't just come from the creatures. It's from the twisted truth they uncover.
Hi.
A cult, led by Dr. Powell, Kenneth Welsh, has been using the hospital as a gateway to another dimension. Their goal? To summon an ancient, all-powerful force that thrives on fear and suffering. As they delve deeper into the chaos, the survivors realize they're not just fighting for their lives. They're battling against something that doesn't just threaten them physically, but their very perception of reality. Monsters, transformations, and mind-bending horrors unfold as they struggle to survive. But with every passing moment, they realize there's no escape.
You could hear those horns for miles. There is something calling them all here.
Okay, what is that? Who are they? What
How the should I know? Go ask them!
The hospital itself becomes a twisted prison, its walls closing in with every passing second. It's not just the grotesque body horror or the chilling creatures that make the void so terrifying. It's the sense of helplessness. The more the survivors fight back, the more it feels like they're being sucked deeper into an inescapable nightmare. The terror is relentless.
Hello, Daniel.
Please, tell me what you've done. Tell me!
And by the end, you're left with the horrifying realization that not only have they opened the door to a dark dimension, but maybe, just maybe, the void is already inside them. The void doesn't just leave you with a fear of the unknown. It leaves you questioning if there's any escape from the darkness that lurks just beyond our world.
We need you with us.
He's in his head! He's in his head!
We're in hell.
All right, now Silent Hour want to know, what is it that you fear the most? The physical threat, the isolation, or that moment when you realize you might never make it out? So, share it with us, fellow horror fans, in the comments below. To all our loyal fans, you are the beating heart of Silent Hour. A massive thank you for your unwavering support. A special shout out to Heather Hubbard for joining our Silent Hour community. Welcome aboard. And of course, a heartfelt thanks to Silent Hour Guardian, Diddy Criffield. Your support keeps us going. And don't forget, be unique, be bold, and be you.